Hello fish keepers, today we are talking about tropical softline Asia medium sticks. The quick synopsis of this video, so you don't have to watch it if you don't want to, is this is full of herring and insects, which provides lots of omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids. It is full of carotenoids provided from crustaceans and red pepper, which enhances the colors of your fish, particularly your red fish and your orange fish. It is also a very lovely soft pellet, which is very easily palatable by all fish. It's extruded slightly differently to your standard crumble or your standard pellet, as it's more like a longer worm type shape, which means fish are more attracted to eating it. One of the downsides I have found or feel with this food, and in particular this whole softline range, is that if you're the sort of person that wants to set up an aquarium as a community-based aquarium with some fish from South America, some fish from Africa, some fish from Asia for example, having this particular food here designed and set up just for that particular style of fish isn't going to work very well. If you're like me and like to set up biotope style aquariums, regional specific aquariums, then the softline aquarium range is a fantastic option to get all your nutritional needs into the fish that you're keeping. Now on with the video. Here are our pearl gouramis eating tropical softline Asia sticks whilst it's floating. We've been feeding out the tropical softline Asian medium stick for approximately 6 months now, exclusively into one tank. It's not the only exclusive food that is in this tank. They do get a bit of brine shrimp, they do get a bit of rapashi, but overall I think this food provides fantastic nutrition for the fish in that tank. We're feeding pearl gouramis, cherry barbs, and dwarf chain loaches. The pearl gouramis have exploded in size recently, and the colour through them is phenomenal. And the cherry barbs are some of the most reddest, gorgeous cherry barbs that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm 99% sure that it's down to this particular food product here. I can't confirm that because obviously we feed other stuff, but this is the vast majority of the food that they get 2 or 3 times a day, and the other stuff is supplemented throughout the week. This is a young male cherry barb that was born inside this aquarium. You can see how vibrant his red coloration is. This is just a young fish, but he's being fed almost exclusively on this food. Ingredients wise, reading the back of the container here, we've got fish and fish derivatives, of which 14% is herring meal, which is a lot of that omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids coming through. Cereals, derivatives of vegetables, red pepper, again that's the red coloration that is coming through. Mollusks, crustaceans, including Calanus meal, again lots of the red colorations coming through. This is where we're getting all of our carotenoids from, all that kind of stuff, which is going to really prop those colors. Vegetable protein extracts, insects, which is only 5%, which is a little bit disappointing, but at least it has some insects. That is a massive tick for me. We've got yeasts, we've got oils, we've got fats and minerals, and then we get into the additional vitamins and minerals that they've added to this. Overall, it is a fairly good product. I don't see a lot of things like at least too much things along the lines of your flours and your pea proteins and all that kind of stuff, which often are used as a bit of a binder. It seems like a relatively clean product reading the back of the container. Here is an example of how this product performs and sinks. A lot of it will sit at the top, so your fish that like to eat from the top will be able to pick at it from there. It slowly but surely falls towards the bottom, so your middle eating fish can go from there, and then your ones at the bottom can get to it. To the nose. Up front I get hit with a very bold fish type smell. It's very fresh. With an after smell of what I'm gonna say red pepper because that's what's in there, but a very vegetable based after smell. Very full of fish on the nose to start with, and it finishes off with a vegetable style smell. It smells very rich. And very fresh. I do like the smell of this. It doesn't come across as plasticky or preservative filled. It's just very fresh and fish smelling. I like the smell. I'm a fan. As we can see here, the food is floating in the middle section of the water column for your mid-dwelling fish to have a go on. As we can see, the cherry barbs here are going for it. It is slightly too big for them, and they chew bits off and spit it out, as it is designed for 8cm fish. Fun fact, the medium stick formula of the softline Asia also comes in a really small pellet. This is designed for 3 to 8cm fish, where this one is plus 8cm. So the smaller fish from Asia, the smaller pearl gouramis we're feeding this one, it's absolutely identical as far as nutritional breakdown, as far as ingredients go. It's just a totally different extrusion, and it's better for smaller fish and smaller mouths. Here we can see the extrusion of the product. It looks similar to a worm, very similar to Vibrobites if you've used that product before. It is long and it is slim, and it sort of floats its way down, moving throughout the water column, as opposed to it sinking straight away. And here we have the same identical product, but it is in the small extrusion. As you can see, it is small little pellets, which is more designed for smaller fish. Identical ingredients, identical breakdown, just a differently extruded product. I tried for a very long time to get these dwarf chain loaches on video eating this food. I can assure you that they normally do, but today they didn't want a bar of it, and all they wanted to do was frolic around and play with each other like dwarf chain loaches do. So here's a quick video of the dwarf chain loaches being dwarf chain loaches. Overall, I really like this product. If you've set yourself up a regional specific aquarium for Asian fish, I think this is a really good option to feed them with. Like I said earlier, if you're setting up a bit of a community tank, it might not be the way to go. I like the ingredients in it. I like that the breeds that it puts through the fish that we have in here. Also like the fact that there is a formula or a product that is identical, but if you've got smaller fish, it's more suited. So your smaller fish can go with the small pellets, your bigger fish can go with the medium size stick extrusion. I think that's really good if you're wanting to continue them on the same food all the way through their life cycle. Overall, this is a pretty good product. I like it. We do stock it, and we do sell it fairly constantly. It is a fairly good seller for us. I hope this video has helped you with your fish keeping journey, and has potentially helped you decide something to buy, something to try, and maybe something to avoid. If you've enjoyed this, please feel free to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and all that kind of stuff. And if you've got any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Anything you want us to review, have a look at, more than happy to do that for you as well. Other than that, have a good one, happy fish keeping, and catch you later.